There it
Oh,
is.
Now we're seeing it. There you go.
Okay.
wedding. Well, yeah.
This is a pickle dish, traditional pickle dish block. The whole thing is barely 10 inches. So you get an idea how small those pieces are. Our modern
That's
quilt
stunning.
group, our modern quilt group is got a challenge due the
Look at
first
this.
Thursday in January, and we're supposed to do something with the pickle dish block.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I decided I had never done a pickle dish, so I ought to do a traditional classic pickle dish before I started playing with it, shall we say. So I did. And I'm never doing a traditional pickle dish again.
Oh,
The
I love that kind of stuff.
But
paper
Pat, it
piecing
is
was
stunning. It's a
It is
stunning
nice.
piece.
the
Mm-hmm.
paper piecing wasn't that bad, but I could not get it all to,
You know.
a couple of the joins aren't really good. And after about the 15th time of repinning and refitting, I said, oh, to heck with it, it's going together.
It's close enough.
Close
Yeah.
enough. And
It's
I didn't
beautiful.
quilt anything inside the pickles. I only did circles around the outside because it's just a little mat I now just threw out on with my other Christmas decoration. This is the same fabric I've done so
Mhm.
many Christmas quilts with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all done and finished. And I'm partway through doing my one for the challenge. And I won't really tell you what it is, but I may show it the next time because I've got the paper piecing done. I've got everything back that's got to be fuse webbed. And now I'm getting ready to do applique and quilting. So I'll give you a hint. That's what I'm doing. You can figure out what I'm doing. It ain't going to look like this. But that was
Yeah.
a real challenge. And by the time I got that finished, I was to the point of going,
Yeah.
Said, I've got to do something simple, straightforward that I don't have to think about. And that's the other thing I sent to Francis.
Yes.
If that's 10 inches, how big were those little triangles?
Small,
Itty bitty.
small. I mean, this is if you look up pickle dish and on the internet, this is the basic pattern that pops up, and it's supposed to be a 9-inch block. I expanded the outside just a little bit, so I had a little bit more border, because you're supposed to put 4 of these together that'll make an 18-inch block, which is actually what our challenge is supposed to be. But I was no way going to go back. I didn't have it. This was the end of this fabric. No way. And you know what, was I going back and doing 4 more of these blocks? So I'm doing something totally different.
Different.
Is that centerpiece one piece of fabric that you just kind of fussy cut to get that flower in the
Yes.
middle? That's just
Yes.
gorgeous.
This is that one that's been in all the other quilts I've
Yeah.
done. It's the one that's in I've used it in 1, 2, 3, about 5, 6 different quilts this year.
Mhm.
I ordered that from Santa Fe and I just fell in love with it. I only had a yard. I've still got a little bit left. But
And so how did you piece the curves? Was that paper pieced as well?
yeah, it's all paper pieced out until, it's all paper pieced. But
I
well,
haven't tried paper piecing curves.
it's actually putting the light blue in, doing the pickles, which are your triangles, was straightforward. That was not too hard, even though they're small. I didn't have, and then I think part of the problem is I didn't put it together in just the right order. I did the pickles and then put in the center and then the outside. And I think you're supposed to work from the inside out. But anyway, trying to get where the 2 darks come together at the end of each outside pickle, that's where I had a devil of a time getting them. And you do have to keep the paper on the pieces, otherwise, because you've got so much bias, it stretches all over the place. And the pattern is registered pretty well. And I had poked holes on the pattern on the registration, and then used it's not the flex on, but it's one of those heat saw, because it was on the back side of the fabric. I said, it doesn't matter if I steam it out and there's a little white dot, no one's going to see it because it's in the seam. And did that, and that all went together. It was not easy. It was a lot of, and I did a lot of pinning. I know some things say don't pin. When I did all that, what was it, Wheel of Fortune or whatever that was, that one said don't pin. Well, I have to pin or it just doesn't go together for me.
Yeah.
So I pinned it, and then I did small stitches. I did not clip these curves.
Mm.
They didn't seem to.
It's just a gorgeous block. I know you don't ever want to make another one, but it's a beautiful block.
Sometime we
Yeah.
may not want to do it. I think if you bigger, if I ever do it again, I'll take it to the copy center and blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
Then it might be okay. This is what I did after having finished that. This is the other 4 cat blocks or cat from the panel that I did in blue with the blue.
Go back. And you've gone away. Hang on, let me get there. There we go.
Like I said, I had to do something. So this is probably about 32 by 32 or 32 by 34. And all I did was take the 4 blocks, outline them with the green, put the rest on it. And I did just a gridded 1-inch grid quilting. And I stitched on the binding, and it's hanging on my bedroom door.
There you go.
Very cute.
I'm very pleased with it. It was very simple. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to fuss. I just,
Sometimes just sewing is what you want.
yes.
Yes.
Very cute.
There's nothing wrong with simple.
Absolutely.
Well, especially if
Okay.
it's a holiday decoration, that you're going to put up for a month. And my
Jody
stuff gets-
Sila didn't make it tonight, but she sent this last time. This is her grandson who's 7 years old, and he wanted to make a quilt. And so she helped him make this quilt, and that's it right there.
Who did you say? I didn't-
Jody Sila's grandson.
Oh, Jody. Okay.
Yeah, she said that she did the cutting on it, and she wouldn't let him start until he'd learned to sew a straight line. So once he'd learned that, she let him start a piecing. But she's real happy that he had done it. She said he really wants to quilt it, but she thinks that maybe he's just a little too young to do that.
It looks great.
That's
points
cool
are
that she
great.
wants- Yeah, I thought so.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is my friend Caitlin, who just graduated from Georgia last week. And this is a quilt that she started last summer. And she came in, once school started, she got busy and couldn't get over here to work on it. But after everything was done, she said, "Can I come finish it for Christmas for my mom?" So she did a
Aw.
marathon sewing session yesterday afternoon and finished it.
Oh, wonderful.
Pretty. Yeah.
That's
She's been
nice.
funny about quilting. She's just,
That's great.
it's all free motion. The only thing that was done with the walking foot were the straight lines in the border. And she just, she'd sit there for a minute and look at the block, and then she'd go, "Okay." And off she'd go. And she was just, that machine was flying. It wasn't the big machine. It was just a regular sewing machine. But boy, I walked downstairs and you could hear it pounding on the floor because she was going so fast. But it
I
turned
like
out
her
cute.
pattern. Did she just choose like different blocks to do and stack
Yeah.
them all together?
Yeah, we started out with a 9 patch. That was the first one, just to
Mhm.
teach her how to do it. And then I helped her with one other one, and the rest of them she just picked out and did. There were several days that she came this summer that I couldn't be up there with her, so she'd just come up there and she had the book with all the designs, and she'd just figure them out and do them. So it's been a lot of fun working with her.
That's sweet.
Did
Her
well.
mom will love it.
Yeah, I think her mom will be really excited. I like looking at it here because I can actually see the quilting more on it. So it's kind of fun.
It's a good picture.
Yeah.
Good picture seeing, because you can see the quilting on it.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah, I sent her home with color catchers and told her she needed to wash it before she gave it to her mom because it has some blue lines on it and everything else. But I said, just wash it and gentle and, with a little bit of soap. And then this is the last, what I have worked on this past weekend is just a quilt that I designed from a cord of wood that I'd taken a picture of. And so that's what I did.
That's what you talked about. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the quilt that came out of it. So I'm happy with it. Those are all hand dyes. I ended up buying all of Anita's hand dyes because she's trying to get rid of them. And so I have lots of hand dyes now if y'all need any. But that's what I used for that, were just her hand dyes.
Have you quilted it? I can't tell.
No,
Did you
it's just
go around?
pieced. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
pieced.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I'm going to quilt it. I'm thinking about taking one of the points and just drawing straight lines out from that point until it meets another point coming down, something like that. So we'll see. I have to think about that.
They're really pretty colors.
Yeah, it's kind of funky, but it's fun. And it was
I like
fun
it.
just to come up with the design and do it. So.
Yeah, I like the wraparound too. Just-
Mhm. Yeah, it had a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange and a little bit of pink in it. And I thought, well, that'll work out all right. So that's all we got.
Wow.
I didn't have anything from Terry Jarrett. That never happens.
This meeting kind of snuck up on me, so sorry.
I know it did me too. So Sheila, I want to know how you're doing on your quilts for your workers, fellow workers.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself and I'm moving if you can't tell. Oh, sorry about
Good.
that.
That's all right.
Well, I have 2 finished, 1 top done, fabric for another. So I'm so not going to make it by Christmas, but I didn't get a chance to send it, but this is what's on my design wall.
Well,
Ooh, that's cute.
That's cute.
It's just a baby size. And so I can't get quite back far enough to get it all in hardly, but anyway, it's a pattern called Bowl Blocks that one of my Instagram connects did that pattern, and she
Let
designed
me
it,
get out
and
of
it
this,
was
sorry.
she
Let me
did a little
unshare.
quilt along. Oh, that's fine.
That way
She did
people
a
can
quilt
see you
along.
better.
Okay. Well, she did a quilt along, and so I participated, but I just did a baby size,
Mhm.
and I don't know if I get close enough if you can see that fabric. Let me try.
It looks like
I don't know if you can see that, but it's
Yeah,
little tractors.
Oh, how cute.
It's so
that
big.
is cute.
And then I'm gonna bind it in green because I wanted to pull another color from the fabric, and it was either green or orange.
Mhm.
And I thought that the orange was too much of, red, yellow. So I thought, well, I'll go green. It'll kind of spread out a little bit.
Mhm.
it's
So,
really cute.
Cute.
but yeah, so I kind of got stuck on on my coworkers quilts because I've just been busy long arming. So, and this didn't take too much time because it was a baby quilt. So that was a good thing. Do what, Carol-Ann?
I said, well, good for business.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. Yes, definitely. So, but I haven't posted a lot for those of you that follow me on Instagram. I haven't posted a lot just because I've been busy. And also some people didn't want their stuff posted till like after Christmas. So, so I had 2 reasons why I haven't been posting.
Yeah, I was going to post Caitlin's quilt tomorrow, and then I went, no, I better not do that because somebody will tag her in it, and then it'll be out. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Wait.
definitely.
Linda, you want to show us what you're working on?
Pardon?
Show us what
Oh.
you're working on, Linda.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah,
Whoops, where'd you go?
We're right
still
here.
here.
We got you.
We got you.
That's what,
All I see is a Zoom.
that's what I'm working on.
Oh, we see you.
We
Oh,
see
that's
you.
good. That's cute, Pat. Are those
That's
your
another
pickle
one of the
dishes?
this is the November box of whimsy.
Mhm.
And it has surfaced a little bit of glitter, foil on it. And I don't do I realize that I was a total failure at cutting snowflakes when I was in grade school. I haven't got a whole heck of a lot better. This is on organdy, white organdy that's backed with Misty Fuse. And then there's a whole lot of surface and glitter. I don't know if you can see it. And then these are just freehand embroidered. And they called for doing it with embroidery floss. I'm doing it with number 8 pearl cotton because I'm happier with pearl cotton. It
Yeah.
works better for me. And now I'm busily putting lots of French
French
knots on.
nuts.
And then I have to go, then it calls for going through and putting little snowflakes all through the rest of it.
Very fun.